Sergio, just absolutely terrific to have you back.
Thank you.
I believe that you've been here for a little while now. You were here last week or last weekend?
Yeah. Well, I got here. We got here on Wednesday morning. Yeah.
Have you looked around Sydney?
A little bit. Yeah. We've done a little bit of sightseeing. Obviously, staying downtown. So we walked to the harbour, see the bridge and the Opera House, and a little bit of Sydney. We've gone to a couple of the beaches, Bondi and Manly. It's been good fun.
Today you've seen the course. You like the look of it?
Yeah, I do. I played last Friday, and obviously today. Yeah, it looks really good. I love the type of golf course that it is. You know, I've always liked golf courses with small greens. You know, that's why Valderrama is my favorite golf course in the world. So it's I think it's a really solid golf course. The kind of golf course that, you know, if the conditions are benign, you can score because it's not terribly long. But if you get a little bit of wind, which usually you do here, those small greens then become very, very small targets, and you have to be extremely precise to be able to hit them and have birdie chances. And then if you start missing greens, then you can have some tricky chips. So I think it's a very, very good golf course.
Wonderful. Questions, please.
Sergio, I'm intrigued, obviously, with what you do for a living. You go to all over the world, but you guys rarely get to see anything. But you've come here early to Sydney. I'm just wondering what your thinking was for that. Did you always want to see Sydney, or?
No, it was much simpler than that. I played 2 weeks ago in Dubai, and I had a week off in between. So I was kind of halfway here. I wasn't going to go back to Spain because that would add me an extra 7 hours of flight. And going to the States, it was also going to be a lot of flying. So I thought, might as well go early to Australia. I remember that I enjoyed Sydney when I was here in the early 2000s, and why not? I've always said it. I've always enjoyed Australia. I've always liked Australia. So why not come and spend a little bit of off time here?
And just one thing, you said you got to play the course last Friday, which is also unusual. Is that likely to help you this week, having had some extra time out here to see the course before the tournament?
No, because I only played it twice. So it's like if I would have played it Tuesday and Wednesday. So, but it was nice to play it last Friday. It was a bit more relaxed and less players out there, and you were able to kind of take a couple of looks here and there. So
no shorts today.
No.
I just wanted to ask you, based on what obviously happened last weekend in Europe with shorts being allowed all 4 rounds, whether that's something you think should be universal, because I believe you had a gentle conversation with one of our officials yesterday on the range.
Well, I actually, because I'm used to, even in the US, we practice in shorts, so I didn't think of it anymore. I thought, obviously the same thing, so I came with shorts, but it was a good thing that I wasn't out play or anything. I was just practicing a little bit, so it just reminded me that I had to come with pants today. But I would love to see that. I think, and I said it many times, I think at the end of the day, us having the possibility of playing with shorts, it only kind of brings us together to the amateurs, because when you go to a course, unless it's winter and it's really cold, if it's spring or summer and the temperatures are nice, when you go to a normal course, 90% of the people are wearing shorts. So I think the connection will feel even more, even closer to the amateurs. But I want to say that it probably will happen, but we don't know exactly when.
And, sorry, can I sneak in one more? I believe you had a game at New South Wales Golf Club earlier in the week, is that right? Was that... Well,
I didn't know. It was a corporate day for Credit Suisse, one of my sponsors. So I was just... I played the 6th hole 15 times.
Oh, right, okay.
on probably 40 kilometers an hour wind, and that was fun. But it was wonderful golf course. It looked stunning. Yeah.
Sergio, you mentioned Dubai was only 2 weeks ago and you're back here playing again. I'm just wondering when your off-season is. Do you have an off-season?
Sunday.
Yeah, because...
Sunday night starts.
Well, obviously the US Tour's already started, the European Tour started for next year. So when are you able to switch off?
Usually, yeah, like I said, Sunday night, and would love to have a little bit more time, but have 5 or 6 weeks off during Christmas, and then get ready for Abu Dhabi. That's where I'll start my year. So it's what it is. I think it's tough. It's tough to find a lot of moments of down golf, like maybe in the early days for my career, like in the early 2000s or something like that, where the year kind of finished like at the end of October, very beginning of November, and then you had until second week of January or something like that. There was nothing to play PGA Tour or European Tour. You could come to Australia or Japan and play maybe one or two tournaments, but you could have a little bit of a longer gap. But playing both tours is a little bit tougher to do that.
Bernie?
Serge, you talk about ending your season on Sunday, but Sunday also would mark the end of 20 years as a pro. And when you look back on those 20 years, how do you sort of look back on? I know I was there when you won the Irish Open in '99, you won the German Masters that year, you won a major, and now going into sort of the next sort of decade of your career, how do you look back on those two earlier decades?
It's fun. I think what that tells me, it's quite simple. It shows me how lucky, how fortunate I've been to be able to do what I love for this long and do it at a fairly good level, I would say. So I think it's. I'm just thankful for that. I'm very proud of some of the things that I've been able to achieve, as not only professionally but personally, and hopefully keep working hard on my game and see if I can have another good amount of years going forward.
And Sturge, just a quick follow-up European Tour theme question. What's your thoughts on John Rahm being named overnight and been honoured overnight with the European Golf of the Year award?
Yeah, he's had an amazing year. So it's great for me as a Spaniard. It's great to see that. It was great to see him win the race to Dubai, because since Sevi, unfortunately I was close a couple of times, two or three times, and unfortunately I didn't manage to do it. But as a Spaniard, to see another Spanish player on top of the European Tour, it's great. It makes us all very proud of him, and obviously he deserves that award because he played amazing all year.
Next.
Sergio, as a European, can you offer any advice to an international team trying to avoid an 8th straight loss to the US in the President's Cup?
It's a lot tougher than you may think. Like me, I mean, I don't have the magic one, and I'm gonna go and they're gonna play amazing and win. Obviously, I've had some experiences as a Ryder Cup player, but until you're in that team room with those teammates and everything, and you see how everything feels, is difficult to say. The only thing I can do is wish them luck. Obviously, hopefully they play really, really well, and just like Scotty and I were talking this morning at breakfast, if they can at least make it a tight match and see how the Americans respond, then they're already achieving something. And if they can make it a tight match, then obviously they will have their chances of winning. So I think that's the most important thing for them at the moment. Make sure that they're all enjoying what they're doing. They relax. They can play to the best of their abilities, rookies and veterans, and hopefully have a chance at winning it. It's as simple as that.
Sergio, how would you describe life after winning the Masters on and off the course? Do you feel more satisfied than you thought you would, or did it leave you sort of wanting more out of your career? And
you obviously you feel both. You feel satisfied because it's something that you wanted to do for so many years, and probably Scotty can tell you the same thing. It was similar to him a little bit earlier than me, but at the same time it doesn't finish there. It's not like after winning the Masters we stop practicing and we're like, let's see what happens. We're still working hard. We're still trying to improve. Obviously, we're not 25 anymore, but we know that there's some other things that we can get better at that can get us to a higher level, and that's what we try to do. So we're not, quote unquote, like satisfied with what we've done. Obviously, we are satisfied, but we want to keep achieving things. Just like what Scotty said earlier about winning the Australian Open, the Australian Masters, and the PGA. It's great, but he still wants to keep winning it more. The same way that I've been fortunate to win so many tournaments in Spain. Every time I play in Spain, I wanna keep winning. Even though I've done well there.
Sergio, have you had an opportunity to look at the names on the trophy this week? And is winning national opens, is that an important thing to you? I'm not sure which ones you've won. I think you mentioned the Irish Open.
I've been fortunate to win. I don't know exactly how many, but obviously I won the Spanish Open. I won in Holland this year, so the Dutch Open. So I won several. Fortunately for me, the names. I haven't looked at all of them, but the names are very, very impressive. I know most of them, and it just shows you the quality of this tournament. So it would be nice. It's a shame that I haven't played this Open before. It's my debut as almost as a 40-year-old. So it kind of sounds a little bit funny, but I'm excited. I'm excited to play well and give it a good run.
Check. Which beach did you enjoy more? Which beach, Bondi or Manly?
Different. I think Bondi was a little bit more, a little bit looser, a little bit more fun, you may say. Manly was a little bit more relaxed. So it just depends on what you want to do. They were both fun. I love the water was quite cold, I must say. But I love the sand. It's very thin. It's nice to walk in that sand. And it feels good on your feet and stuff like that. But they were both good fun.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.